All right, Sanguine Outdoor fans. Yesterday, Francis and I, the Hammer, did our first ever hunt together, and I'm going to say it was a successful hunt. We sat in that blind for about 2 hours. I hopped out, grabbed the muzzleloader, and I was kind of in an H where I had a field on both sides, and I was in a little crossing between, some prairie grass between two fields. So I could look to my south and I had a green field, and I could look to my north and had a plowed field. But when I popped out about 4:30, I looked at both ways up and down the tree line in the green field, hoping to see something, and I didn't. And I creeped up to the other side to look to my north, and then northeast and northwest. And when I looked northeast, there's a whitetail bouncing away from me, and probably was within 30 yards of me. And honestly, I couldn't see the head. I don't know if it was a doe or a buck. A pretty good sized deer, big tail. So Francis and I then packed up the buckets we were sitting on, put all of my cameras and things away, and took care of the gun and got it situated, then took the blind down and packed it up. And I look across the field, and there's a big buck running right at me. Probably, I'm doing the talking right now, buddy. It was probably 70-80 yards away from me. It stopped, looked at me, and I just kind of ignored the fact that it was there. A, I was doing a doe hunt, and B, of course, they show up when I'm packing up to leave. I then looked across the field and saw another big-bodied deer, but it had its head down right on the tree line. I put my binos on it, and I couldn't really make out whether it was a doe or a buck. If it was a doe, it was a big old one. If it was a buck, I don't know, good or bad. But looked a little bit to the west of it, and I just see this huge rack creeping down the tree line. It was a big deer. And Alright, everybody, we're back out here. We're in the blind. We're looking straight east to the corner of the field. This is right where the bucks yesterday came out and walked right along this tree line right towards us. I know one was right in there. I'm not trying to shoot a buck today, but it is a day that I would be thrilled to have a buck chase a doe over here, or just have some does grazing right out here in front of us. There is right over here an island. I don't know if you can see that. An island of trees right in front of us. I'm positive that deer bed in that. Come down to a hard corner right over here. Something would have to walk right through a little grassy area right over here to get through here. The other thing they can do is come towards me, or come from right down this line right down here. So that's a quick overview of our setup. I'm in the northwest corner of the park. Anything that's coming at me is gonna have to come from the... Alright, everybody, Francis wants to make a video, and we probably have a good 90 minutes of sitting here until the deer come out. So this little guy here is having fun tearing up the ham warmer packages and some skinny popcorn. Let me see that, buddy. He's been tearing things up, and if he ever runs out, we're going to tear up grass and leaves, because inside the blind here we have tons of grass and leaves. We have a pretty good wind. It's blowing straight across this way, and our sound and our smell should be going this way, and I'm gonna say a 90% chance no deer comes from this little corner right here, because for one, it's highway, and two, there's a horse farm about 100 yards that way. You're talking to Grandma? Well, if Grandma watches this on YouTube, then you can talk to Grandma. So you can look right at it and say what you want to say to Grandma. Right now, go. And tearing up the papers? That's a fun thing to do. When Francis wants to talk to the camera. What are you going to say?
Go hunting.
We are hunting. This is 2 days in a row we went hunting.
One more.
You want to go one more day?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow I think we have to go to school. So probably no hunting tomorrow. But we could probably come back and use a blind again like this if you like it. You like going hunting?
One more go hunting. One more.
What are we trying to do today? What do we want to shoot?
Deer.
Can you look at the camera and say that?
Deer.
Deer. Alright, there you have it. The hammer says we're here to shoot deer. And he's right. Hopefully we get a chance. Alright, Sangaman out. Well, it's getting pretty close to dark.
No door.
I've seen 8 does. There's this little island right there. It's kind of a lighter shade. It's because it's catching more light. The darker stuff is behind it. And all the does, all 8 of them, have come out of this stretch of timber over here. And they've all crossed behind this island. And they've walked over here. I can see 2 of them right now. I don't think the camera's picking them up. I almost felt like there could have been a shot opportunity, and then I realized, no, you fool, that's like a 300-yard shot, and there's no way I can hit anything from that distance, especially with the muzzle loader. But I'm still seeing a bunch of movement over there. There seems to be like that darkish triangular shaped tree right there, right underneath it, or some type of scrub, brush, maybe some autumn olive. And right underneath it, we got 3 or 4 bodies moving around. But like I said, that's 200-300 yards across there. So I'm still holding on hope that one of those bucks that came out yesterday will come out down along this tree line, and I can at least catch him on camera, because you can't shoot bucks during a doe hunt. And Francis has grown tired of being in the blind, but he only has a few minutes left before it's too dark and we have to pack up anyway. So I think that our 2 days here, we've seen 8, 9, 10 does and 2 or 3 bucks, maybe 4. Couldn't identify the other one. I actually couldn't identify 2 of them. So far nothing on the ground, and our time is about gone, but it has been fun, and at least we're seeing deer. Alright, Sangaman out. Alright, well, yes, Francis. Our Sangaman outdoors adventure to Lake Sangchris for the muzzleloader doe hunt ended up tonight with us seeing 8 does, all from 200 to 300 yards away. So no shots. Weather was nice. We were in a good spot. We heard 3 or 4 shots, 2 of them very close, 1 just about at the last possible shooting light. So all in all, we came out here 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday night, the 3rd and 4th days of the 2nd shotgun season, to do our muzzleload hunt out here, and we saw at least 2 big bucks that I would say were shooters, maybe a 3rd and 4th, hard to identify the way they were. And if 2 of those were does yesterday, then we saw probably 10 does and 2 bucks, or maybe we saw
3 or 4 bucks and 8 does. I don't know, but we saw some, had some action, just nothing very close to in range. But all in all, it was a good hunt. So I'm gonna take this boy home and get him some food and turn the music louder, which is all he cares about right now. So Sangaman out.